All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start by, of course, giving the honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakadash, that wants to elder Apostle Great Millstone, Ruba, and Tishro. And just getting right into it, got this article from RT News. It says, EU's cheap gas era is over. It says consumers should prepare for further price hikes, according to the International Energy Agency. It says the European Union is facing challenging times as energy prices across the bloc are set to be notably higher in the future. The head of the International Energy Agency, Fatih Birol, has warned, speaking on Thursday at a European Parliament. It says, at a European Parliament in Brussels, he suggests that the gas price will not be the same as it was prior to the sanctions on Russia, which, once again, we see the gas prices go up at least $1 every year, but also go up, like around, last year it went up at like $3 around the summer going into the fall. It went up like $3 from what it was. But every year, the gas prices going up, due to, what they say is sanctions on Russia, but really it's just the cost of war, cost of these various, kings bumping heads and disagreeing with each other. And, it says there will be no more cheap gas. European energy will be more expensive in the future than in the past. EU energy prices will be higher and significantly higher than those of its economic competitors, Barrow said. So this is what we're about to start seeing more and more. Right now in Ohio, see $3 gas this year, $3, some change. But compared to last year and the year before, once again it's been going up $1 each year. But it's getting a warning that it's gonna get worse. It's just last month the IEA chief executive warned of possible energy shortages next winter in the EU due to relatively low volumes of new liquefied natural gas coming to the market, right? So pretty much watered down gas. It says coming to the market and growing Chinese demand, even with the renewed push to develop new gas fields, which is those watered down gas. It will be years before they become operational, he stressed. According to the Biro, households and businesses need to continue reducing gas usage, while renewable energy output needs to expand faster. But that's pretty much it on that. Just wanted to touch on this article because it's proven that, pretty much gas, that's much needed in the society. It's proven that, furthermore that, it's a approaching famine, because it's going to be famine is going to lead to even more war, You're going to have physical wars about that. And then you're going to have financial wars about it, Financial wars are going to come first, and it's going to trickle all the way down to the streets, that we use for traffic every day. This book of 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 21, it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth," right? That's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing victuals being cheap. Prices ain't been, this high. They did like a record breaking time for high prices. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and these people they still think that they in good case because the price is not being so expensive. $3 a gas, it's expensive compared to what we had. $3 a gallon is expensive compared to what we was having the last few years, but not really when you think about how much you gotta take out of your pocket, to travel or whatever. Um, not just dealing with the you know individual transportation like cars, but also you got the bus lines, rapids run on that, and then you got the trucks which provide supplies like food and stuff to these different warehouses and mega market um stores, you know, which it so that it doesn't help that these train derailments, like you had the diesel fuel pretty much wasted into over the side into some water, right? What a coincidence, but it doesn't help that stuff like that is going on. That's furthermore pushing for the famine. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." And there's a lot of confusion going on. You know, famine is already here. It's already a shortage. And a lot of things compared to the last few years that we had. Um, it says sword, famine, and great confusion. A lot of these people is confused right now. But that confusion is gonna get more and more worse. People gonna be really trying to figure out what the hell is going on as the famine really starts to more settle in and kick in more and more as the years come by. Um, it says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and of the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." So there's gonna be a lot of pretty much death going on. So it's best to really take heed to the warning out while it's here. Because it's also gonna be a famine of the word. But back to not the sidetrack. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, verse 25. It says, "And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for fourscore pieces of silver." All right, this is the consequences of war. You know, besieging it until because when you at war, you pretty much use anything as a weapon. Not just a sword. A sword can be, you everything and anything and everything is used as a weapon. Water is used as a weapon. Food is used as a weapon. Bait. It's many aspects to war. That's part of confusion. So that's part of all that confusion. It says, "And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for fourscore pieces of silver, and the fourth part of the cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver." So that's what that's the type of times that we coming into. Prices being so high. Um, that you would know that we're in a time of war. Um, this is a book of Matthew, because pretty much people might look at this and be like, hey, if it's gonna be a famine, why you still why you still buying or selling, or what I mean, whatever. Or if if this be true, what you teach, why you still buy or sell, but you know to just to the scoffers, that don't mean that we should pretty much just stop in the market. You got to continue to do your daily duty. But this is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 17. It says, "Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not?" This was the Pharisees coming to Yahushua, try to trick him up. It says, "But Yahushua perceived their wickedness and said, Why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Shew me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, Whose is this image and subscription?" So, pretty much, he was asking him who faces that, on a coin. Today you got the dollar bill. You look at the dollar bill and you see like Benjamin Franklin or whatever. He was asking them, who you see on there. Which is, that goes for not only America. That's all across four corners of the earth, wherever brothers is at. Just continue in the market. You know, paying tribute to wherever Caesar that is. But I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "They say unto him, Caesar's." Oh, verse 20, it says, "And he said unto them, Whose is this image and subscription?" Verse 21, it says, "They say unto him, Caesar's." Then saith he unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, right? And render unto Yahweh the things which are Yahweh's. All right, so let's get this word render real quick. Let's get this word render. This word render in the etymology, it says repeat, say again, recite. It says translate. It says give back, present. It says give back, return, restore. Right. So pretty much it was saying that penny that you got from Caesar, continue to give it. It says give back, return, restore. Combining from the dare to give. All right, so just continue to give to Caesar, man. But also to dealing with Yahweh Shemi Shah. Continue to give to Yahweh Shemi Shah. As the scripture talk about, whatever you do it to the Lord. I mean, no, I'm sorry. It's like scripture talk about, pretty much a man doing things. I forget what chapter that is, but how a man do things not to the Lord, but it's still to the Lord, and how another man do things to the Lord. Eat to the Lord, drink to the Lord. So you just gotta continue in the market, but do it unto the Lord. Lord's willing, that makes sense. Let's get this word tribute real quick. This word tribute. This is a census among the Romans, denoting a register and valuation of property. All right, so a census. It says among the Romans, denoting a register and valuation of property in accordance with taxes were paid. Right. So now we pay tribute to the Romans. I mean, not to the Romans, but to to these Americans. Through a census. Today. This is the economy. So we got to we just pour into it. Giving back. The tokens that we get from it. It says which taxes were paid. It says in the ante the tax or tribute levied on individuals and to be paid yearly. Our capitation or poll tax. It says the coin with which the tax is paid, tribute money. So hey, that's what the word tribute means. It says verse 19 says, "Shew me the tribute money, and they brought him unto him a penny, and he saith unto them, whose is this image unto the subscription? Right. So he was pretty much telling them to keep it in order. Whose money is that? It wasn't Yahweh's face on a penny. You had a Roman Caesar, in there. So, we just got to continue to keep things in order dealing with this market because it's really about to crash. Yesterday you just had four of the top Wall Street banks, depreciate. So yeah, this thing is ready, to pretty much crash. I heard that pretty much America has been using debt redemption for 10 years, for the last 10 years, and it's starting to go out, so these are all the signs, that we're seeing to show us what type of time we in, very serious times. So Proverbs chapter 22 verse 16, and I'm close out because this is all due to the oppression, man. The scripture say, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." So even though the market is crashing, it's pretty much we at the end of this thing. It's not the end of the world, but it's the end of this world, and the beginning of the world to come. But we, this is all due to various punishments, man. All of these plagues and things, from the Lord, due to various punishments that the Lord got set up for these people, man. And really, it's gonna be the punishment of our oppressor. But this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 16. I'm close out. It says, "He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches," all right? Because you got to think, these bankers, these bankers sitting up here, billions of dollars, billionaires, in these different banks that they can pull out and use at any time for their own good. So why is it so hard, for why is it so hard to stop oppressing the poor? When you can easily give each man about $1 million, or you can you can easily give each man a living, but that's just, the type of a man that's in rulership right now, a very selfish and unruly type of spirit, you know, childlike, scripture say, baseman. It says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches. That's what it's all about, oppression of us, starting the oppression of the nation of Israel, northern and southern tribe, so that he can gain riches. That's what we seen during the time of our us coming into captivity. Us building up his streets, for his benefit. But now we still continuing to be oppressed by this man for his benefit, and nothing has changed. You know, people, nothing has changed. He's still oppressing the poor for a temporary increase in riches. It says, "He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want." And that's what the Lord is about to make these, these men to suffer. Want. You know, because all this is about to crash, man. This just comes to shits. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. It was willingness to edifying. The way of a strong chef give me a spirit to do this less the next time I say shalom, wa baba ball.